Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is Around the World in 30 Days. And today I'm going to take you on a road trip. I'm actually documenting our trip home from our adventures at the beach. I'm going to use a scenic route by Echo Park, and I have the ephemera and the frames and tags. So I'm going to use some things from there. I have the Simple Stories arrows, and I'm going to use some of the Uncharted Mariner. And I also have this Tim Holtz stamp and stencil, although I'm just using the stamp. And I'm going to use some aged mahogany. And so then I also wanted to bring in some other things. I have these Kaiser Crafts collections called Travel, and I was hoping to pull a couple of things out of here. This is one of the things I got in my embellishment box from Peacecraft Love. That Are We There Yet? Man, this is the second layout. I've really tried to get that on, really like the 12th. And then I have these Scrapberry epoxy stickers, and I want to try and get some things from there. That also came from my Peacecraft Love embellishment surprise kit. And then, of course, I've not touched this scenic route. So I've got my paper, my embellishments, some inks, this picture. So let's see how this goes. So I go through the papers really quick because, like I said, I haven't touched this yet, so I hadn't opened it. And the only paper that is light enough that I think is going to show my stencil work is going to be this very first one. And of course, it's the only one because its back page is the one that is on the back of the cover page. So I only have one of these light blue, but that's okay. I start out with the aged mahogany, and I decide instead of the other day, I did a layout with the arrows similar to this, but I did all four corners so that they pretty much met up in the middle. I don't want that. I want that outside border of the polka dot. So I am doing the aged mahogany on the opposite corners, and then I'm going to clean my stencil, of course, which you don't watch, and then I'm going to use the Uncharted Mariner in the other two. The funny thing is, I just now realized I at some point turned this to where now the aged mahogany is in the bottom left and top right, and the aged mahogany is in the bottom. I literally just noticed that I did that. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I just think that's funny. So, and then I'm going to pull this other paper out, and I like this one because it had the luggage, because obviously we've packed our bags and we're headed home. I almost made a mistake, and if you all were paying really close attention, because I'm fast forwarding this, of course, and so it was a quick thing. I was measuring that out widthwise of the picture, not lengthwise, and because the luggage, the way it sits, would have looked weird. Not that you can see a ton of it because it's going to be picture matting, but still, that's the kind of thing I do all the time. So I just chose the same paper and decided to use the front and back. That way I'm not breaking into another piece of paper. And I was going to take a piece of paper from another, or a strip from another paper for a piece in the middle, because I wanted something in this middle section. Not necessarily to cover anything up, but just kind of something for it to all be sitting on. And there was a branding strip that has, on the sticker sheet, that has like map features on it. And so I just put that down, and I cut it in the middle because I knew that it was not going to be a full 12 by 12, but that I knew that also that the back was going to get or that middle part was going to be covered. So now I'm just going through the frames and tags and the ephemera to see what I might want to use. And I don't use everything I pull out, but I do use quite a bit of it, because this is loaded up with ephemera and stickers and this and that. And that's what I'm wanting. I have a lot of stash. Some of it I just got recently. Some of it I've had a long time. Everything on this layout is pretty new. It either came from my Peacecraft Love embellishment box, or it came from the Scenic Route or Scenic Route collection. And I just got that with the Echo Park warehouse boxes. So I I'm going through here, and I tried to pick some things out of the Kaiser Crafts, and some of them are that dirty white, and some of them are aged, and a lot of it is really white. And there is white on this layout, like the polka dots on this paper are white, but all of my embellishments are kind of like a dirty white or a grayish tone, like that highlights that came from the Kaiser Crafts. That's kind of like a gray color almost. So I put that compass back, and then I end up pulling one off of the sticker sheet in a little bit from this collection. So this big red word phrase says, "Let's travel and make memories together." And I like that a lot, but in the end, it ends up being too big. But luckily, there's a sticker, and I pulled that, and so it's still on here. It's just not that big red piece. So, and I'm okay with that. I like to use up the stickers before the ephemera, because the ephemera is not going to lose its stick. Now, of course, I can add adhesive to a sticker if it loses its stick, but also sometimes they'll come off the page. Not as much with these 12 by 12 sticker sheets, but sometimes they'll come off the page, and then, you know, I just felt like if I could use the stickers first, that would be good. So I picked this Tim Holtz thing out just because I thought it would be fun, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and as I was looking at them, I realized this one kind of looks like tire tracks. So I went ahead, since that's what we're doing, that's what I decided to do. And because of that, I pulled out my Distress Oxide in Black Soot, because I felt like that would be the perfect thing. It gives it a little extra color, I guess you could say, even though it's black pretty much. But I thought that it was the most fitting thing to use, and I really like the way this looks, and it kind of makes me real happy, guys. So I just put 2 strips down, and then I thought, this left side looks really bland and kind of boring. There's a big gap up at the top, which is fine. I'm going to put some things up there, but I really wanted to put some more there. But I don't want them too close together, because I want them to look kind of like tire tracks. But I don't want it on that branding strip that I put down. So I just put this Post-it note down here. This is my Post-it note that I was using the other day to try and calculate the layouts that I've completed this year. Not this month. I've not done 600 layouts this month, I promise you. So I got those down. See, I just love those. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I really do love it, and I do think it looks like tire tracks. And they were so fun. I love these Tim Holtz things, because they're just kind of messy. You know, they're not like I like those kinds, because I'm just getting into stencils, and I'm just getting into stamping, and so I'm really learning how to do clean stamp, you know, to where it comes off and looks like what it's supposed to look like. And when they're these distressed looking ones, it doesn't matter if it's imperfect, because they're kind of all imperfect anyway. And so that's a good way to start if you're looking to learn how to stamp. And yes, there's me being super precise with my placement. I cut that frame in half that came from the ephemera kit, and I just kind of put it up there next to it and drag it down. And then I fussy cut this little scrap of paper that had the luggage on it, because I thought it'd be a fun little extra piece of ephemera to go on here. Not that I don't have plenty, but this little scrap was a little too small to do much with. I can find a way, believe me, I can find a way to use a small scrap, but I thought this would be a good way to add a little bit of stuff, use the same kind of collection, and so that is what I did. I fussy cut about 3 or 4 pieces of luggage, and I just tuck them in some different places. And then I'm going to just start adding the stickers and the ephemera. I know that these banners are going to go up here in the top. And there were banners on the sticker sheet, but they were a little wider and shorter. And I didn't want that. I liked this, these two that were a little bit longer, so that I could stagger them better. So, and now I'm just kind of putting things from the sticker sheet down. I've got this one that says pack your bags. It's got that plaid on it that the frame is made out of, so I like that. It's bringing that same pattern, and of course the color scheme, from the top of one picture to the top and bottom of the other. And then I wanted to add this ticket that says Journey, but it just didn't look right anywhere. And so I'm going to put that back. That came from my Kaiser Crafts ephemera that I got from Peacecraft Love. I will find a use for that. I've already used a couple of tickets. Not that you know that, because you're not going to see it till Tuesday. So spoiler alert, some of the stuff that I used today, like that "Are We There Yet" sticker, I'm not kidding you all. I've tried to use that on my Stash Dive Tuesday that's coming up. So spoiler alert, it doesn't make it on there. I tried to use it on a ton of different layouts when I did my Disney books back in the summer of 21. And it's just like it just keeps not making it. This time it was because the color did not work with anything. It has that tealy color. Part of the word says the "are we" is fine, but the "there yet" is in like a teal. And it's just not working for this layout, which is fine. I will find a way to add it in somewhere and get that one last Paper House Productions sticker used from this like 8-sheet sticker set. So I am just adding some different things. These little circles that I've added are from that, let's see here. It's called Scrapberries Around the World, and it is epoxy stickers. And so I added those. One says "one way" because we were headed home, and the other one's got the little circle because it's a round trip. We're going back home. And so I just thought those were kind of cute. Added a little bit of that reddish color. It's not an exact match, but I'm okay with that. And see, here I am. I'm going to try. I thought, oh, I'll put that up here. And then I'm like, no, that tealy color does not work at all. So I go back to my sticker book, and I'm going to pull something to put up there on the banner, because I definitely want to put something there and not leave those naked. And I may go back and add a couple of epoxy dots or some enamel dots or something, gemstones, to that. But you won't see that unless you are on Instagram and see my finished pictures, if I do it then. So I'm going to pull these little circles off of this 12 by 12 sticker sheet from the collection because it's got the patterns in them. And so I add those in 2 different places to make 2 clusters of 3. Right up there by the "We Are on the Open Road." And that "We Are on the Open Road," there was an airplane on there, but like where it's covered. I thought that was kind of funny, but when I tucked it in, I kind of covered that up, which is good, because I mean, it didn't matter because there's like a helicopter and another plane. But I just thought it was funny. It says "We're on the open road," and there's a plane. And now I'm just journaling about how we're in the car. It's got the date, and it says we're in the car on the way home. We never want to leave the beach, but getting home is always good. And so now I'm going to show you some close-ups. And I added that little sticker there that says "travel" because I thought that was cute. And that's where I think I'll add a couple little dots of something. I love the stencil. It has definitely come in handy. I will be using it often, I'm sure. And I love that stamp. I think that looks really good, if I do say so myself. So I hope you all will go below and check out all the people who are hopping along with this Around the World in 30 days. And I hope that you all will come back and see me again really soon, because I've been trying to post I've tried to post a video every day. And I'm trying to keep up with Around the World in 30 days. So we'll see if I get another one posted tomorrow, Monday. So have a great day and happy scrapping.